click you. Welcome to another episode of Good Dunning with myself. My name's Josh, Mr. Floyd, and welcome everybody. And let's torch some hardwood. So here we go. All right, so welcome. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell, where we play with fire in the Donning. Technically, this is Palo Santo. Technically, if you go by, you're supposed to light it with a match, but this is no match for a match. And yeah, you and you can be there all day if you like. But otherwise, I would light this Palo Santo for all of us with a creme brulee torch because it's just a lot easier to use a kitchen utensil. Otherwise, there we go. Let's send shards everywhere too. All right, guys. So this is cleansing for all of us. And there we go. I'll send this your way. You can have it your way. All right. I'll take some of that. Soul Star Chakra, Crown Chakra, face. Quick overwash here of the Palo Santo. So, again, Palo Santo to cleanse all the negativity. If you just come from Victor, you shouldn't have any. I can't imagine you would have much negativity, but either way. All right, so stab her out. All right, so we stab it out in a bowl here. All right, guys, Good Dunning, and welcome to another episode of Good Dunning. My name's Josh, Mr. Floyd, and if you are new here, we appreciate you. Most likely in the chat, most likely you're new in the rewind or the replay. But if you do find yourself here, please like, please subscribe, please hit the bell for when I do go live. Today is Tuesday, so it's a 2-4 Tuesday. Remember back in the day, your favorite radio station would play your favorite artist twice in one song, right? We had two from The Who and two from Kiss coming right up next, and then after two from Led Zeppelin, right? So yeah, so today's 2 for Tuesday, and I could have been a disc jockey. I'd be pretty good at it, but yeah. So tonight at 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock if you're on the East Coast. Or if you're Scotty Boy, it's 4 o'clock at after school special, right? So Laura could be your after school special if you live on the East Coast or the West Coast. So we have Laura B with Tarot and Oracle today. So if you have not seen Laura before, she is phenomenal. And so letspiritguide.com for all your energetic needs. You can pre-check out her website. So we take 6. The first 6 to put questions in the chat will be our first 6, and as we learned, if we put StreamYard on not mobile mode, but on desktop mode on the phone, it does actually work. So we can we've found a workaround. So all of you guys working with StreamYard who may be having issues, if you are, put it on. And I've heard it in a few videos, a few lives that people can't star comments and stuff. If you put it into unless they changed something recently. If you put it into, take it out of mobile mode, if you're using your phone and put it in full screen, it does work, and it works pretty darn well. All right, so these are the cards that Millie had sent us, and we appreciate you, Millie, for sending those, and grateful for being thought of when you're out and about. So this is the pouch that we put them in as well. So I had this around, and so we put them in here. Very decorative purple pouch, of course. And, of course, any pouch you want to have has some sort of velvet lining of some sort, so it does. And so, yeah. So, honestly, our spiritual community is full of men with awesome radio voices. There we go. All right, so welcome to WKRQ in there we go. But no, all right. So yeah, I haven't heard a radio voice in forever. I don't, who hears the radio? I mean, the only DJs I honestly hear are the old VJs on. They have Sirius XM. It's like paid for forever. And it was paid for when I got the car, and so I just went with the car. And so, yeah, but so yeah, like all the old VJs are actually on Sirius. They're now DJs on Sirius. So Downtown Julie Brown, Wabba Wabba, and all the whole crew from everybody from old MTV. So we got Millie's cards here, and again, the satchel that Millie cards are now residing in, which is pretty awesome, and. It came in this big box, and you don't want to keep this big flimsy box. So we gave it better respect. So let's shuffle the cards and see what we get for the energies today. We're going to work with Emerald today, and my Irish eyes are smiling. No, we're going to work for Abundance, right? One day a week we do Abundance, and since today's a 2 for Tuesday, we're abundant with videos. We'll use the Emerald as well. And tomorrow, do not forget, it's going to be a little bit longer show into closer to Krista and... PG when they go live on their Wednesday their standard on Wednesday there. We have Jules from Heart of Lightning, and he will be live with us. Jules went to Costa Rica about a month and a half, 2 months ago, and did ayahuasca. And I know he's on a journey of his own. He's writing a book or channeled a book. And so we are going to interview Jules, as he's been kind enough to interview us and find out about his ayahuasca journey. So he will be live. What we're going to do is the first half of the show, like 20 minutes, will be cards and whatnot, and we'll do the same general deal. And then we'll bring Jules in as a segment, right? We are an hour, an hour and a half show. He doesn't have to so we'll bring him in as a segment and finish off the show with Jules as an interview and talking about ayahuasca, what it's like. And because most of us won't take ayahuasca, most of us honestly won't get to Costa Rica. Favor anybody who does. And it's not legal in the States. I know it's legal in BC. If you have indigenous, you have to be part of the indigenous tribes in Canada, and it may be legal in that aspect. On indigenous lands, there are bends in the rules, but otherwise, yeah, it's not something that you generally find. There's certainly back alley ayahuasca ceremonies going on all over the country, but yeah, so he went and did a legit one in Costa Rica. So we'll discuss that with him, and then do not forget as well on Sunday we changed the time due to work and people's universes and me door dashing and everybody else. So it's 6:30, which would be 8:30, which will take us to Truthwave, right? So take us right up to Truthwave. We're gonna have Witchy Trista on, so we're gonna be out chill. Victor, your Sunday night Truthwave is gonna be as chill as AF, right? Because we're gonna have Witchy Trista on, and if you have not been to Witchy Trista's website, or not website, her YouTube page, sorry, her YouTube page. Maybe she has a website, but you have not been to Witchy Trista's YouTube page and checked out her everything in this universe is frequencies, right? So have you checked out her tuning forks? My sacral chakra is still spinning from Witchy Trista's tuning forks. So Sunday night at 8:30 Eastern time, 7:30 Victor time, 6:30 my time, that's Central time, 6:30 my time, and 5:30 if you're on the left coast. We'll have Witchy Trista and her tuning forks. So check that out as well. And then the following week, tentatively scheduled and possibly to change, but right now, Thursday of next week, not this week, but the following week, we'll have Care Bear on to do Astrology 101, what you need to know, how to look at your chart and just get a quick overview, what you need to read, and then a quick current on the astrology. And then we'll do that. It's going to become more regular, but we'll figure that out. But she's going to be our resident astrologer on the channel. She's been studying astrology for a year and a half, and so we don't want like the Pam Gregory. Yeah, we want Care Bear versus like a Pam Gregory on our channel, because let's be honest, we're here for each other, right? So we're going to give Care Bear the platform to grow on her astrology through us, and it'll be fun. So we'll check that out next Thursday, I think. We don't have a time set or anything yet, but next Thursday evening. All right, so let's cut these cards. These are the cards again from Millie, and we are grateful. And it's a little different, so we'll pull out one for the energies from the bottom here, and the top three, Unde and Trois. And there's readings on the back, so it takes a little bit different. So bear with me. Hershey, if you're live today, I don't know your schedule, and I really should check your channel before the show. If you're live today, just throw me a thumbs up and what time. And she's in Florida, so it'll be East Coast. But good dawning, Hershey. And nothing like a reading from Hershey. This is just general, basic, or from Care Bear or anybody. This is just basic energetics here that we do here in the dawning here. But if you want more of a little bit deeper, you can check out Your Week with Archangel Raphael, or honestly, you can check out Tonight with Laura B. If you're not going to get a reading with Laura, do keep in mind she does a group reading in the beginning and a pick a card. I call 3-card Monty at the end. As well, so there is something there for everybody. And all right, so let's use Millie's cards here. And the first card, and it's gorgeous, and I have to do this, or we could lose the live stream, and I'm serious as a heart attack, because YouTube doesn't even like interpretations. If you hold up famous pieces of artwork on a live, it is conceivable that the AI will blacken you out, right? It'll go dark. So yeah, so there we go. We're not going to play peekaboo either. So there we go. So that's... I throw my finger right there, unfortunately. All right, so it's card number 20, which reduces to a 2, 2 being partnership and 0 being the universe. So you could see it that way too. the siren. So what's your siren sound? What's calling for you? Is it the water? For me, it would definitely always be the water. And as well, if you look at the rainbow, yesterday I did see a rainbow. Actually, as I was driving, there was a rainbow in front of me, to my left at about 10 o'clock. Only military would talk like 10 o'clock to your left. So yeah, and then check the castle. So where is your siren song here? And so, all right. So on the back it says, allowing yourself to be distracted from what you should be doing leads to procrastination, avoidance, and there we go. All right. So number 7. So it's asking you to be the siren today and find what you need to do. So the seeker, call me the seeker, right? Searching low and high, right? All right, so number 7, and number 7 is a number of like in abundance. Lucky number 7. So the meaning of life is to see ways to give your life meaning. Doing so with gratitude, patience, and compassion for both others and yourself. So find meaning within yourself with gratitude. And Hershey, there we go. Let's see, Hershey, are you live? Did you put down if you are live today? I don't see. No, tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Okay. So Hershey's not live till tomorrow at 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Central. So that would be 9 Eastern or 7 my time. So there we go. All right. And that is tomorrow is Wednesday. Okay. Just trying to get people's schedules going here. All right. So the seeker, and they call me the seeker. I've been searching low and high. All right. So the shadow, and this one we can show. These are sort of racy cards for YouTube. The shadow, it's a card number 3. There. There we go. All right. So 3 is a number of work. So making a friend and ally of your shadow side is necessary for becoming your authentic self, a key element to true success. So yeah, so finding your shadow side, stepping into that, and you never want to try to get rid of your shadow side. It's 50% a part of who you are. You're dark and light. So you want to learn to integrate the two as one energy. And so if you need darkness, you step into it, right? David Banner he knew his darkness, right? Step into the Hulk there. But so yeah, that's kind of the epitome of David Banner, the character of from the Hulk, right? Where he's the balance of the dark and the light when he's good. But he's like, you don't want to get me angry. His shadow side will take off and he turns into the Hawk, right? But I always wonder though, when he turns into the Hawk, right? He goes from like this, regular looking Joe, maybe a 33-inch waist, 34-inch, maybe. When he's the Hawk, though, he's got to be like a 40-inch waist, right? How the hell did those jeans still fit? When he's the Hawk, you think he just split the waistband immediately. But nonetheless, we all bought the lie, right? All right, so number 28. This is the final card, the Protector, and that turns into 8, 9, 10, which is you. So 8, 9, 10, 1, and then 0 is your universe. So all right there. So number 28, the Protector. Surround yourself with people who lift you, accept you as who you are, and believe in your vision, purpose, and bringing out the best in you. All right. So just to repeat here, we have the sun, or the siren. There we go. So find your siren song, and whatever that is for you. And a lot of these, it's your interpretation as well. And then the seeker. They call me the seeker. Are you searching low and high? These cards are really racy for YouTube here, so we'll do that. The seeker. I know it's interesting how you, and we'll make a comment here in a moment. The shadow. What is lurking in the back but the shadow? Submerge your shadow. You cannot get rid of your shadow. It is part of you. If you try to be all love and light, you'll be stomped on in the universe. And sometimes you have to stand in your shadow to stand up for yourself. But if you got rid of your shadow, then you would just allow somebody, if they're going to rob you, to just kill you, right? You just be like, I love you. Right. You have to have some bit of a inside you, right? Some of that like fiery Sekhmet energy, or it's not going to work. You cannot run around truly all love and light. It just will not work. And then finally, the Protector. So find a balance within yourself there. Protect. I think it's number 28, which comes back to 10, which is you. 1 is you, 0 is the universe. So there we go. All right. So we give you a little numerology as well. And if you're looking at numerology, of course, the numbers game, right? So are we going to Joanne, Sacred Scribes? That's the question, because your universe is like a gigantic, you're a toroidal field, right? So if you're an energetic toroidal field that spews energy, right? Then from your end, anytime you see something, if everything is flowing from you, right? You're like barfing your, think of it this way. This is going to sound really gross, but it's true. Your energy is barfing out your universe. It's a really gross way to put it, but it's truly true. So everything that you see, think, and how you feel is barfing into, projecting, right? Like your universe is a giant projectile. I mean, seriously, it's energetic projectile. Um, so yeah, so in that aspect, um, yeah, it's all your energy. So keep everything. So when you're projecting numbers back to yourself, because you're projecting from your higher self. This is all just like a mirrored projection system, right? So if you're projecting the numbers back to yourself, it's not literally like the angel, like boom, but it's your higher self projecting it back down to yourself so that it's giving yourself messages. So if you see those numbers, right? Angel numbers, as we put it, right? And the angels, it's really just your highest self in that form, right? It's all your highest self. Even a version of Hershey is really just a version of you, right? It's all the same. So in that aspect, when you see those numbers, are you going to Joe and Sacred Scribe? Because you are sending yourself through angelic numbers, right? A message through your higher self as an angel back to yourself to speak to yourself a message that you need to know. Say that 3 times fast. But so yeah, so check out Joe, and the deck is by Amy. Yeah, hang on. 2 seconds here. I will get the book. Hang on. Right here. Whee. All right, so here is the book. So yeah, that's a fair statement there. I saw you putting it in there, Millie. So yeah, here's the book and it's going to be backwards. Welcome to the new YouTube codex. But so yeah, the Magic Goddess Oracle deck, and there we go. So it's Amy Zimmer and Monty Ferber. The book, nothing too crazy. It's a good inexpensive. It's a really good and really had a great find here. It's a good inexpensive deck. So there we go. Gives you pictures here. Talks about the goddess. All right, so good stuff. Good stuff. So if you're interested, I'm sure it's available on Slamazon or Amazon. You can check it out. It doesn't come, if you have it, get it. It comes in a big flat unwieldy box. So we've moved it to the bag. So yeah, if you're store decks, it doesn't come in a traditional box. So I have the box, but I'm using this bag for energetics, and out of respect for the fact that a friend when friend of the channel, right? One of our family sent this, so we give it all the props, right? All right, so thank you, Millie. And yeah, this is a fun deck. It's totally unique and different. And let us work now with the palm reading card. So we've been reading palms here on Mr. Floyd's universe. And sweet Trista, she's your and Witchy Trista, we did update. Witchy Trista sent me a pic, and we updated. So everything's set for the week. So if you want to go in and give a like already, you can to Witchy Trista on Sunday, which is going to be really fun. Really, my sacral, my gut is still, my stomach chakra is still moving from yeah, exactly, solar plexus. There we go. Is still alive from her tuning forks. It was never fully activated per se. I mean, but it was activated. But you know what I mean. But now it's like alive. Like I can feel it. It's like, hello, I can talk. All right, so let's work with our palm reading cards. If you've been with us, we have like 60. We're on card number 69, 70. 70. We did 69 dude yesterday, and so now we're on 70. And so yeah, and interesting how in our generation, it was 69 dude. Now you would never hear somebody be like 69 dude. Most likely never. Not in any form. I mean, could you imagine the current generation like 69 dude? No, not at all. All right. So today's cards are fingerprints, and no 2 fingerprints are the same, but your palm print, actually fingerprints aren't a really best way to if they were smarter. And if you notice Amazon, right? If you ever go to Whole Foods or Whole Paychecks, they have at least they do in Colorado, and I'm sure they do everywhere else at this point, the palm reader. You can register your palm, right, to make payment. And so yeah, your fingerprints, while they're unique, are not anything compared to your unique palm print. that everybody has that is, yes. And I don't recommend that you give them a copy of your palm print at Whole Foods, but that is truly up to you. Being as though we can pay with our cell phones these days and anything else, your watch, if you want to wear a continuously transmitting watch to your phone. And remember the original wristwatches, the original Bluetooth watches, like the first version of the Apple watches. People would get burns on their, they take it off and there'd be like this 1 second degree burn on their wrists. So yeah, you wear it. Didn't what? I just got out for actually having organic food. What? Didn't Whole Food just get found out for not? Oh wow. So if they were labeling organic as inorganic, woo, favored. I don't personally buy vegetables there. There's a place called Natural Grocers here, which buys as much local as, and there's a bunch of local. We're in Boulder County, right? So there's a bunch of granola farms around here. That's hippie owned, hippie owned organic farms, and so there's a bunch of them around here, and so they buy locally. They buy from there, and so I go to Natural Grocers and they don't mark it up too much more than any place else. So for buying local, so Hershey. So yeah, Marshalls. Yeah, the back of Marshalls. That's a good one, Millie. TJ Maxx. You can get the max for the minimum there too. All right. So today's card, fingerprints. Today's fingerprint is the whirl. First one is everyone has. There's 3 basic fingerprint types. As we've all watched CSI, right? But we have, right? Conditioning. So there's like 15 different versions of CSI too, right? What's that? So yeah, but nonetheless, so the swirl is either you're a swirl, a loop, or an arch. But so the swirl, the fingerprint looks like similar to a bullseye target and is a sign of an individualist, a dominant personality type who would rather lead than follow. The swirl fingerprint signifies originality in self-expression. It's important to express yourself, and you enjoy coming up with new ideas and concepts. So you are a portal for universal downloads, I guess. Maybe. Who knows, right? But you aren't convinced by conventional and traditional ideas, and you are eager to contest these. You refuse to believe the impossible. The impossible, right? And are something of a charmer. All right. So these are the swirl. And then, so next one is going to be number 71, is the loop. So this fingerprint, the loop, and you can see it there. We all know what they kind of look like. The fingerprint looks similar to a cowboy's lasso and represents someone adaptable and easygoing with a good work ethic. If you have a majority of loops, then this can indicate you are agreeable and dependable. So there you go. So you can read your friends. Just let me see your fingerprints there. All right. You love social interaction and have many friends. However, you can be too concerned about what others think of you. You may also find difficulty expressing your true feelings. And last but never the least is fingerprints themselves, the arch. Okay, so if you have an arch, and only you would know what your finger is. You can get a magnifying glass or just look in the proper light as to what you might have. Your results may vary. This fingerprint represents someone who is passionate about their endeavors. They are practical people with a serious outlook. You are hardworking. There you go. And reliable. This print signifies that you work in an orderly fashion and take nothing at face value. You dissect everything to see how it ticks. You have a good memory for facts and figures, and you are an analytical figure who is cautious and conservative, and you are a follower. So there you go. If you have, then you are following. Who are you following? Are you following yourself? That's the real question. All right, so we will get these posted up. We did post the final fingernails from yesterday. Those are posted, and so you can check those out as well. They're on the community tab or the posts or whatever YouTube is choosing to call it these days. But the place where you place something other than a video and or a video title, there you go. Thank you so much for hitting the thumbs up on your way. Yeah, please. Thank you guys. I appreciate that, Hershey. Please like and subscribe. And hit the bell. We were talking dreaming the impossible dream, right? Getting to 1,000. We're 150 to the flat. maybe 149 off of 1,000. And we know the creep that YouTube so favor. So please share this channel as well, because once you get closer, 90 something odd percent of channels never reach 1,000. And we don't know if most of them abandoned their channel way before then. But the Al Gore and its rhythm there does not. Yeah, so you getting past Al Gore's rhythm there, or lack thereof. But so yeah, so hopefully everybody's having a good day. So yeah, fortunately for myself, I received this email from my boss, right? And it's got 1,300 products, 1,200 products, and she's like, "All right, so we need the physical weight, the width, the dimension, the cross, the underneath, the around, the width of every single thing in the store." Basically, I'm like, "What?" Because they're putting stuff on Facebook, so or on Amazon FSB, and so Amazon as a seller needs so we're like, what? Fortunately, that we got an email back saying no, we don't have to do that, because even after I figured it out, if we spent, did 30 products and blah blah blah, and took 8 minutes and this and that with custom, it would take us like 2 months of continual, like the employees of continuously doing that alone, um, measuring and finding the product, measuring it, and then placing it back, taking a picture of it, the whole 9 yards, and then placing it back on the shelf. So favor. Hey, awesome, Josh. Your channel isn't very old either. Is it 1 year? Yeah, it's a year. Well, it's over a year old. The channel itself is over a year old. I started channeling would be like a year, and so like last November would be a 2 year. Yeah, and so then so last November was a year. November, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. So from November to June, I just did basic channeling. So we put channeling on the channel itself, and then from June on, we started with Good Dawning, which so Good Dawning started. Then from there, everything kind of took off. So yeah, so June 3rd is the 1 year anniversary of Good Dawning itself. So crazy as that is, but yeah. So running neck and neck, Mr. Floyd. Will we both see it? Yeah. Well, it's just a matter of getting past Al Gore and the rhythm or of Al Gore there. Same, Karen. I can't listen to as much of it anymore. Falling so far behind in my favorite podcast. That would be too overwhelming. Happy they called it. All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. And so getting to 1,000 is something we don't have that. You have to let go, right? Because you don't have any. We have no control. It's all up to the tube itself, or YouTube, and what they choose or choose not to do. And so sometimes we have no control. We truly do have no control. That would have been too overwhelming. Happy they called that off. What was that got called off there? Sometimes you don't. Yeah, people love to think don't paranormal, which is how much use paranormal videos to explain body language, anything but. I have a lot of different decks. I try to have a deck for different feelings and energies, and they all feel different energies and are awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you definitely want to have different decks. I'm still looking for, I didn't see the little deck. I got to get on Amazon and just make another Amazon order. So I will do that. The little deck for Kuan Yin, or for Isis. So we need to do that and balance out so we can get Kuan Yin and Isis going again. But yeah, so get the little deck. So let's do a channeling of some sort here. Oh, every time I see an Ankh, I think of Logan's Run. Oh no, God, Logan's, isn't that the movie where they're like at 30 years old? You have to give yourself to the machine, so to speak. Once you're like 30, you float up into and then the machine zip zaps you, and that's it. And then, like at the game show, at the game or whatever, everybody's watching as you get floated away to your death. They lift you up or whatever it is. Kind of puts what Chloe's mission is, setting up her website and cataloging her treehouse. Exactly. No, Millie's got it spot on. It really puts that in. And I never thought about that, Millie. That puts that in spot, because yeah, as we've been helping Chloe there with her crystals, and she's got that treehouse full of crystals. She's gonna have to take pictures on. And if she wants to put dimensions on there, that's up to her. Generally, you do, but yeah, and the size and the weight. Oh wow, I never even. Yeah, so from our end, just getting 1,000, and they're already on the shelf. It's just a matter of finding them and then keying it in. I couldn't even. Yeah, that would take us months, right? And now think about Chloe. Oh my gosh, big favor. Yeah, that puts puts the whole thing in humongous perspective there. But yeah, and so Chloe, as a matter of fact, not this week, but maybe next week, she's waiting on another order to come in. And so once the order comes in, I'm thinking probably not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, and this Saturday, I'll actually be live as well. It's a busy week. I'll be live as well on with Lucky Stone on the Saturday show. Lucky Stone 888 and Grandpa Brian 420. We'll be live, not Memorex, and as well. And there may be another show coming from somebody you know and watch daily, and and myself, and maybe you on it. So there's lots of things that are in the works here as well. Trista Paranormal. I've been enjoying the tape library lately. Its vibe is good balance for me. Jason Hawes, the Foreman Brothers, Colin from Paranormal, Adam Marks. I don't know any of those people, but cool. Yeah, cool. If you're into the paranormal there, you may want to check some of those titles out. All right, so I don't know what we're going to channel, and I have no idea. It's kind of like this calm, peaceful energy, but good man, and I guess Grandpa Brian's such a good man. Grandpa Brian 420 is awesome. If you don't know him, generally I see him on he's put in Milky Way Soul Tribe, or if you want to catch him on in the chat at R. Wayne Steiger, which I haven't been on in quite a little while. Anything that has any sort of heaviness to it, I'm just trying to release. As far as videos go, generally speaking, any heavy titles and all of that, but yeah. I know him, but haven't watched. Love Balance Studios and his work. I know him, but haven't watched. I will check out like the Lore Lodge or something like that too. All right, so let's do a channeling here as time ticks on. This is a channeling channel, and we channel Archangel Raphael and Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, White Buffalo Calf Woman, and more. And really, when we're channeling here, I'm an open channel, but what that means is I'm just really channeling my higher self. When we figured that out a few weeks ago, as it came through in a download. Most channelers, I mean, let's be honest again. We're living in a open gaming toroidal field, right? Where we're all energy in a toroidal field that's spinning around, and we're choosing what we. And so, if we're channeling, are we directly channeling Saint Germain or Saint Germain? If everything's coming from us, and here we go. Here's going to be the channel here. All right, so let's bring in Saint Germain. If everything's coming from us, right? If we're channeling, if I'm channeling Saint Germain and everything is coming from me for you, right, directly to you, then in that aspect, am I channeling Saint Germain directly, or is it my higher self as Saint Germain, or is Saint Germain actually part of my higher self? Because really, there is nothing separate from me as my higher self. So that's one way to think about that here. But paranormal files. So, okay, I haven't watched anything paranormal in forever, to be honest. But yeah, so let's see what we get here. So let's take a deep breath in. We're gonna do channel, and then what we're gonna do is do some clearing work, and then work with we'll clear for abundance, right? And then we'll work with the emerald to bring in abundance, and then close out with a group hug. All right, so if you want to breathe with me, so take a deep breath in. As we breathe in, we're going to breathe in all the abundance we see in the universe. And of course, as we breathe out, we're going to release anything. And when we see abundance, be careful what you say, though. If you need to be more specific, if you just specifically state abundance, thank you, Millie. Lucky's channel is right there. So you haven't seen Lucky's channel. And there we go. What we'll do, he's not here, but I think. Pin. All right. So we always pin a channel like this. Channel of the day. So we pin Lucky there for today. And so if you have not seen Lucky's channel, most of you probably have. Please do check out Lucky Stone 888, a friend of us, and his channel. All right. So from your end and from mine here, let's do a quick channeling here. And so yeah, so everything's flowing from you to you onto your universe, right? So everything that you see is coming out of you. So in that aspect, there we go. All right, so take a deep breath in and breathe out. As we breathe in, see the abundance, and abundance can be anything. So make sure you're making it something specific. Money, is it abundance of friends? Is it an abundance of whatever it is for you? Make sure that you are seeing that abundance and bringing that abundance in to yourself. Exactly. So breathe in and release. And breathe in and release. One more. Breathe in. As we breathe in, we clear any blocks to abundance. As we breathe out, we release any blocks to abundance. There we go. All right. All right. So let's bring in Saint Germain here. All right, Saint Germain, we are channeling through Josh for you to you today, and we are grateful that you are here. We are going to talk about how your universe, right? Everything you see as we were breathing there to center ourselves for the channeling. We are breathing in the abundance that we see. Now, keep in mind, when you are talking about abundance in your universe, you are the abundance that you are looking for. So when we are talking about abundance, right? Keep in mind that if you are looking for abundance, right? Everything that you see in your universe is projected from you, right? So if you are not feeling abundant in yourself, right, you are not going to see it in your universe. And make sure that you are putting a direct title to what you are seeing as the abundance that you are looking for. So if you are looking for abundance, right, in your universe, what abundance are you wanting? Are you wanting financial abundance? Are you wanting more friends? Are you wanting an abundance of adventure? What are you looking for in your universe? Because if you are not telling us what you are wanting as abundance, we could give you abundance, right? You are looking on a lesson path, right? You are looking to learn lessons in your universe. You are here learning about abandonment. So we could give you exactly. So when you are saying abundance, if you are not giving your universe more specifics, then we could give you abundance in many different ways that you might not want, right? You could get an abundance of bills. If you have been chasing money and feeling lack in your universe and you ask for abundance, then to complete the lack, we may give you a bill, right? An abundance of a bill that you have to pay, that you may not have the money for. So if you are saying you are looking for financial abundance, then you have to be specific about that to your universe. If you are just saying abundance, but you are living in lack, then we are going to give you an abundance of proof that you are living in lack. Are you understanding? If you are looking for abundance and you are not telling your universe you are wanting financial abundance, then you may get something completely different based on what you are looking to project or work for in your universe. So if you are looking for abundance and you are looking to learn that you are not, say, you are worthy, right? And you have abandonment issues, right? So maybe you get situations then where you will get an abundance of unworthiness in your universe as well. So keep all of this in mind, that in your universe, if you are looking for abundance, you are looking to rise yourself up, to have a better life, right? You have to be specific with your loving, living universe. If you are not specific with your universe is not going to return to you what you are looking for. If you're not asking your universe for the abundance of what you want in your universe, and you are just saying abundance, and you are going to be surprised by what you get. Your universe has to be specific, and we are talking specific. When you are manifesting, right, in your universe, are you being specific with what you are manifesting, or are you saying, I want to get a job, right? And you are not saying what you want, right? I want a job, so I am grateful for a job, right? Well, you are not asking your universe what job you are looking for. You are not giving specifics. So how many jobs are you going to get that you have to turn down, right? How many opportunities will you pass up because they are not the right job, but you are asking for a job, and so the universe is giving you jobs, right? So maybe you have a bad back, but you get a job as a ditch digger. Somebody offers you one, right? You cannot take that job. So you have to be more specific with your loving, living universe. If you are not, you're not going to get what you are looking for. You're going to fall off target in your universe. If you are in understanding of how the universe works, then you need to be more specific with what you are doing. When you are getting up in the dawning and intending to have a good day, what makes a good day for you, right? When you are grounding in your universe and you wake up and you step out of bed, right? And you put your feet on the ground and you say, I am grateful, right? I am here. I am grateful. What are you grateful for? Are you being more specific? What are you grounding into? You have to be specific with your universe, or it's going to deliver vagaries to you, right? It'll deliver as much specificity as you give your universe is what you will get back from your universe. So if you are standing and waking up and being, and you are not telling your universe why you are grateful and what you are grounding into for that day, right? I want this for today. I want to bring more love, more peace, more joy into my universe. I want to see more abundance in financial matters. You say abundance, and lots of people do. You are going to get lots of abundance in things you are not looking for. Keep that in mind. If you are been feeling lack, generally speaking, if you are asking for abundance, but you are not giving specifics, and you're going to get what you have been lacking, right? Because you are already in abundance of that, and you see our universe that way, most likely. Lots of you are living in that abundant or lack of abundant state, right? So you see our universe as an unabundant state. So if you are looking for abundance, generally you already know where the unabundant state is coming is, right? What you have that's unabundant, right? So if you are asking for abundance, but you do not give specifics, you are going to find that you are even more generally in lack, right? Because you have an abundance of lack, right? So whatever you are already lacking, you are going to find you are unabundant from that already, if you are an understanding of that. So this is how your universe works. So you have to be specific with what you are looking for. Why are you looking for that as well? Do you have a long-term plan? Your universe abhors a vacuum, right? So when you are looking for something, are you seeing the greater picture of that? If you are looking for something, explain to your universe, right? Why are you wanting this abundance? What are you seeing, and what are you looking to do with it? By giving more direction, by giving more credence to your universe, giving more energy out to the universe, right? And what you are seeing, right? Then from your end, right, you are going to see, right? You have to give specifics. Again, giving credence, right? Thank you for the abundance is not going to work. Thank you for the financial abundance so that I can, so that I am, right? And you are forgetting as well that I am is the most magical word you can state, as you are, right? So it's anything you put after I am is what you generally create. John Cusack, right? So in your eyes, right? So you create, stand there with your boombox, right? Now you do it with a JBL speaker, right? But none your cell phone in your back pocket. But nonetheless, right? There you go. But are you hiding out? That is another question. But we are going to ask, right? So from your universe, be more specific. If your universe is asking, you are asking for abundance. Tell your universe what you are looking to create, right? Why you need, I am looking for abundance. Why? We can help to design situations to get you there. So if you are looking to create a business about love, right, and you are doing X, Y, and Z, I am looking to generate funds so I can bring my business of love into alignment and create, right? So if you are standing there and you can tell your universe that, then your universe will help you cooperate. Are you understanding? If you are standing there and you are not talking with your universe in that manner, your universe does not know what you need. You cannot help you cooperate in what you are looking for. Your vagarities create a vague universe. Are you understanding? So stop being so vague in your manifestations and when you are asking for abundance, right? And saying, I am the abundance I am looking for, and I am grateful for the funds in my universe to create X, Y, and Z. You are grounding it into a project that is something solid in the 3D, right? And so when you are doing so, you are marrying the two together and you are creating a larger synergistic energy that will create. If you are an understanding of how energies work on this planet, that is how you create, right? By creating synergistic energies, you have bringing in the energies of the abundance and the financial abundance to create what you are looking for, and marrying it with what you are creating, you will see the synergistic energies come together and you will create what you are looking for, as long as you have truth in what you are creating inside yourself and you do not knock it out in lacquer in your frame, right? So we are grateful. We are grateful that you are here. We are Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, and we have channeled through Josh to Josh for you, right? In your universe today, when you are out and about, what are you looking for? Be specific to yourself. Be specific to your higher self. Be specific with your goals, right? I am looking to be abundant financially. I want X amount of money, and here is why. I can plug this money into a new laptop so I can create. I can move my universe to a freer space on planet Earth, so it's better for me to create. I can do X, Y, and Z so that it's better for me or my highest good, right? So if you are in alignment, right, with your highest good, and the money is in alignment with your highest good, and you trust yourself and give it to your universe, watch what happens. Releasing transmission. Energy. Pardon me, guys. All right, so there we go. So if you are looking to create change in your loving, living universe there, let go and let the energies create for you, but make sure that you are being specific. A lot of us say, I want abundance. Well, what do you want abundance of? Next thing you know, you got a car repair. You get 3 car repair bills, right? That's an abundance of car repairs. Exactly. So you have to be specific. And if you're looking to create something and you need financing for it, let your universe know that. I'm looking to create X and I need X and I'm grateful for Y. Boom. And so I can create it. There you go. But your universe is there to help you, but we're not, a lot of us are not as specific as we need to be with our universe. So unfortunately, fortunately, or unfortunately, it's hard to, but yeah, so a lot of us are not, the more specific you guys are, and I'm learning this on the daily, right? The more specific I am, right? I want X for dinner. I want a sandwich for dinner. You could end up with a sandwich and it could be like, a slice of, I'm not eating meat, but a slice of bologna and, right? But if you want a steak sandwich for dinner, then be more specific, right? Tell your universe, be grateful for gratitude for what you don't have that's already here. When you're just saying it's already here, changes everything. So keep that in mind too. All right, guys. All right, so let's work with this is emerald, and we got this from, of course, at Chloe's Crystals. And this is a gorgeous, I didn't even know emerald could be smashed into or carved down into such an amazing pillar. And so we have closest thing to like a druzy pocket for emerald, which would be right here as well. I'm not sure what is mixed in with the emerald here as well. There's another sort of stone that made a bloom or grew together here, but smashed. Oh, yeah, they're not really smashed together, but yeah, it's carved down. But it's just amazing how you wouldn't think, right? Exactly. But yeah. All right, there. Let's work with. Let's change the chat filter here. All messages. There we go. All right, so let's work with the emerald here, and of course, energetics goes through. And exactly, Chloe. I don't know, and you're crazy. If you need crystals, at Chloe's Crystals on YouTube, it'll soon to be chloescrystals.com. As a matter of fact, her GoFundMe is still there, and so if you want to donate, you still can. But yeah, so it is taken out by Chloe there. Okay, I want dinner done in kitchen. There you go. All right, so let's work with the emerald here. So from your end and from mine, here we go, guys. And of course, energetics works best with your permission. So we ask for permission to send energies of abundance. And so you'll feel this if you're looking for abundance in your root chakra, sacral chakra. You may feel this in your gut as well. Abundance can be anywhere within your body. You may feel your heart chakra may blow out for abundance too. But so here we go, guys. Grateful and thank you all for being here. All right. We don't have any way to do music yet of any sort. But so yeah, so we will just work through it and grateful. Mo. Good at Dunning. Let's do this. Mo, we've seen you around a few times here. And all right, Mo. All right, Mo, you now have a wrench as well, and we are grateful. All right. So from here, use the emerald to, of course, remove any blocks that you might have from abundance in your frame. You may want to try to ground this into your root or sacral chakras. A lot of us who have financial abundance, there we go, issues, or had financial, you don't have any issue at all, or blocks, financial abundant blocks, right? Have busted up root chakras, or where we don't feel worthy of having any finances, or worthy of financial success in our universe. So there we go. All right. So if you ground this into your root chakra and see yourself as abundant, you can help to break those patterns up. And of course, a lot of that has to do with your self-talk as well. So if you're finding lack in financial abundance, are you saying things karmically to yourself that is removing financial abundance from you? That's a question I cannot answer. You have to answer that for yourself. But from most of us are programmed to be lacking in financial abundance. And that's from our parents who would tell us that money doesn't grow on trees, that we can't afford that you have to work hard for money, whatever it is. And all that's a lie, because everything is spewing from you, right? You are the grand vomiter of your universe. If you want to, seriously, if you think about it, all the energy is just from you and that's what you see. It just comes out of you, and that's what you see. So that's why we're all in our own toroidal field, in a bigger one, together. So nobody can see you how you see yourself, and you can understand how people see you a little bit better if your third eye activates. You get an inverted picture of the universe. If you want to see how others see you, then activate your third eye, because that'll wake you up to see how others. It's really crazy how others view you is how your third eye can. One of the gifts of the third eye there. I want $1 billion universe. Yeah, you could change. You could change the universe with $1 billion, and you could change the universe. But yeah, there we go. Closest way right now to get $1 billion is to. We do not provide financial advice. We are not financial advisors. Please take your own advice. Please consult somebody with a degree of some sort, and please do not invest based on my ramblings here. But speaking of which, there's one on the channel, but a new ramblings from the weekend. But yeah, so XRP Ripple could be poised to be how you pay for everything in the not too distant future. So that's a cryptocurrency. So I'll leave it at that. Take it as you will. But yes, it's quite a possibility that instead of using a dollar bill in the not too distant future, like in a year or two, you would be using a dollar token. Same difference, based on the Ripple XRP platform. If that were the case, then a single Ripple coin could be worth more than Bitcoin in the not too distant future. And right now they're about $2. I leave it alone. So there you guys are. Financial, the closest thing to financial anything you'll ever get on this channel. And we are not a financial channel. And we do not give financial advice. But if you are understanding of currency, they're looking to remove the paper from the currency around the world and basically tokenize everything. And if they make everything a digital token, the platform for that would be a current coin called XRP, Ripple. And if you purchase Ripple now, and everything else in the planet, when you go to buy it, is tokenized. So you go buy a car, and instead of being 50,000 US dollars, it's 50,000 US dollar tokens that's backed on Ripple. How much would that be worth? If you go to Europe and everything in Europe is backed on Ripple tokens, yeah, you could be worth quite a bit in the future. So we say nothing more, and we are not a financial advising channel, but we are working with an Emerald and talking about ways to possibly. All right, so let's seal this off, and we will close out. Usually I'm sealing this off, and it's like already past 9:30, and we got to get to the crystal shop. But today we're doing good. So, all right, let's hermetically seal this. So if you ever are at an energetic of any sort, and they don't say let's seal this, let's hermetically seal this, let's sealed with love. There you go, and close down. All the abundance to you. Then you do it yourself immediately and try to do it quickly. Do not leave it open. All right, so let's close out, guys, with a group hug. We'll keep it at about an hour here, 53 minutes, so that's about right. All right, so today at 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, we will have Laura B. live with cards and Oracle, Tarot and Oracle. Tomorrow in the dawning, we will have Jules live with us as well. So it'll be a little bit different. We will be. So yes, I flipped. So generally, when it's flipped, it doesn't get into the algorithm of the thumb algorithm. So we don't get as many views, but it's going to be, that's when you have the deeper conversation, right? So only those who are meant to see it then, right? So tomorrow we'll have Jules live with us on the sideways. So it'll be vertical on the sideways. And so half the show will be done like 20 minutes with me, and then we'll bring in Jules. And then otherwise, normal week until Sunday at 6:30 my time, which would be 8:30 your time, which would take us right up to Truth Wave. So then we will have Trista, Witchy Trista, live with us to Tuning Forks. It's going to be amazing. Everything on this planet is energetics, right? So if we are working with Tuning Forks there, it's going to we're going to get reset, basically. So if you're looking for an energetic reset, then join us. It's going to be a good time, for sure. Then Saturday night, I'll be live on Lucky Stone's channel as well, Lucky Stone 888 with Grandpa Brian 420. And so that'll be fun as well. So join us there. And and so as well, no more. And we stated it yesterday, but the show may still go on. But myself and I also received word that Victor won't be there. No more Thursday at the round table we're ending. Victor and I are going to be stepping away from the round table, and there may be something new, most likely something new coming in behind that, more to be discussed in the future, but it will involve you most likely as well. And so more to come, we have to formulate, but so no Thursday at this point, which is financially we'll go dash, so that works out just as equally as well. But all right, guys, let's close this out with a group hug here. So grateful for everybody being here and for all who stuck around. And of course, energetics, as we know, works without being directly in front of each other with the financially abundant emerald. And see yourself as financially abundant today. When you go to buy something, are you saying to yourself, I don't have the funds, or I am grateful for the money I have to purchase this and cycle? We're never just buying anything. We're cycling our money around the universe, right? So when we spend our money, we're not spending it. We're cycling it and helping everybody else out there in the universe as it spins around back to us, right? All right. So Ben Bacon Bits. All right there. Ben with the Dan Go. And Ben, you never got an email back from me because I have not yet been, it's kind of quiet around here. So I have not been nothing to email about. So in that aspect, and there we go. And speaking of Dan Go, there we go. But so if you don't know, Dan Go he's the one who seeing the codex on the walls with the red laser there. But so yeah. All right. So let's close out here. So take your left arm up, and energetics, like we said, works no matter where we are. Thanks, Ben. Who knows? So left arm up, right arm up, and so let's create a big circle, like we're in football, like at a football huddle, or like you see in Australian rules football or rugby, but we're not going to push each other up and down the field, right? So there we go. So as we spin it up, we take the energy of love from our left arm and spin it out, and we spin it around through and to each other, and it comes around and comes back through our right arm as we spin around, and it'll come right back through our heart chakra. So we spin around and spin it. As we spin that, we spin it up into the greater source field, and we lock our love with the greater source field. And just like the Large Hadron Collider, which is actually in operation, and is till 2026. So it could be an interesting couple of years, to say the least. So from your end and ours, we see each other in love. We see the universe in love, and we send all of our love up into the greater source field. We lock that love in with the greater source field, and we see everybody on this planet in love and peace. We see everybody as they are, and we let them and accept everybody on this planet to be the love and the peace that they are. We see everybody as abundant and happy, exactly, in their highest love and joy. We see each and every one of us on this planet with 4 walls. There's no reason why anybody on this planet should not have 4 walls, right? Everybody on this planet has the right, of course, to live within a house, and we have enough space on this planet to put everybody in a house the size of a 2-bedroom house in Texas with an acre of land, right? We do. Everybody in those houses should have the ability to have fresh fruits and vegetables. We throw away more food on this planet than we physically eat. And of course, everybody in those houses should have fresh water as well. There's no reason why anybody on this planet should be dragging water from a lake or a river up to their home, boiling it for 20 minutes, and then sitting there waiting for an hour for it to cool off before they can have a sip of water. Not in this world. Nobody should have to do so. We see everybody as well on this planet with love. There's no reason why anybody on this planet should not have love. Anybody who needs a hug should not have to pine for a hug on this planet. There's 8 billion people, and we should treat each other with love and community. We see the governments of the world apologizing to its citizens for grifting, grafting, lying, the healthcare systems they've been propagating on them, and other things for placing their citizens in harm's way, taking their money, and other pleasantries as well. We see the soldiers of the world apologizing to those on the other side of the battlefield they would have shot without even physically knowing, and of course placing their weapons down and walking away from the battlefield after apologizing to their enemies, right? And we see the governments of the world deciding instead to do a WWE cage match style wrestling match instead of bringing in the armies of the world, right? And so last man standing, probably be Putin, honestly, but last man standing will win, and instead of using the armies of the world, right? And exactly. We see Mother Gaia, of course, without tic-tac-toes in the sky. There's no reason why Mother Gaia should have X clouds. There's no such cloud as an X, and I don't know what I took meteorology and in the basic meteorology when I did some basic college. And yeah, there is no such cloud as an X, and it doesn't mark any spot in my sky whatsoever. And when the weather forecast says it's going to be sunny and clear, and at 3 o'clock it looks like it's gray and white, and you have that bright white sheen, and you got to put on sunglasses, but you can't see the sun. Exactly. So yeah, none of that, right? And we see, of course, forever chemicals. We see Mother Gaia clear of her forever chemicals, plastics, and whatnot as well. And we see the governments of the world coming together to eradicate that situation and work with hemp plastic, right? There we go. And of course, we see each and every one of us in abundance and love as well. We see Lindsay in love, joy, and abundance in an amazing situation. We see Henny with a new living situation, whatever that may be. In her not too distant future, we see Rick not going to the doctor ever again, and if he does go back for a 6-month checkup there, the doctor's sending him away and asking if he ever even really treated him and ever really had cancer. And we see everybody. We see Suzette as well, awesome in her universe there with respite care, and her mother, of course, not unplugging the refrigerator or turning off the air conditioner in the middle of the night, not to heat anymore, right? And we see each and every one of us in our highest loving self, and our highest loving universe, and our highest loving joy. And we release our energetic tornado to the greater source field. We release all of that love into the greater source field as we merge ourselves with Mother Gaia itself. And we say, hallelujah, so it is and shall it be. All right, guys, thank you all for sticking around as usual. And see you guys today in I don't know, any standard time in so many hours. I don't know, 5 o'clock. Yeah, so about 7, 8 hours. So Krista will be live in about 20 minutes. So Krista at Blindly Inspired is live today. I don't believe anybody else is other than Teresa at the Wounds to Wisdom. She'll be live at 5, which is 7 o'clock Eastern, or live, yeah, at 5 o'clock, and or 3 o'clock, I'm sorry, which is 5 o'clock Eastern time. So 3 or 5 is Wounds to Wisdom with Teresa. And then at 5 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock your time will be Laura B with Cards and Oracles. So thank you all for being here. Grateful as always. Remember, everything you do or don't do helps create your loving, living universe. And so remember, as you step out of your darkness into the light and release your traumas, right, to your highest self, and your trauma reactions as well to your calmest, calmest self, right? You step into your light body, helping to create your loving, living universe. Your cells spread out, everything vibrates faster, and you are in creation mode. All right, guys, I love you. Stay awesome. We are on schedule, and have a day as amazing as you are. Neil and Shelley, thank you. And there's a guy who practices aerobatics on his airplane, like a stunt pilot, like a air show. He's up there. So hopefully we get to see him as we're driving to work. But, have fun, guys. I love you all. And if I ever catch him at the right time, I will do video and put it on the tube there. It's just like an air show, but private, right? Stay awesome, because you are. I love you. I'll see you all in the next.